In the wake of school closures last spring, learning losses were substantial for many students. Those from disadvantaged backgrounds may be most likely to be affected. Schools around the country also are expecting continued challenges with remote and hybrid learning this year.
In response to these challenges, REL Mid-Atlantic has collaborated with other regional educational labs across the country to create free evidence-based resources to support teachers and caregivers in a remote learning environment. We're focusing on the essentials needed for students to thrive in a challenging environment.
Improving support for reading, writing, and arithmetic achievement in the early years remains a national imperative. U.S. students have seen minimal academic improvement since the early to mid-2000s, according to the nation's report card, the National Assessment of Educational Progress. The need for a strong foundation in the basics is more urgent in light of reduced learning time in remote settings due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We put together tips to help families and caregivers build young children's writing skills at home. For example, you can encourage children to write daily and build confidence in their skills by keeping a notebook to record their memories or stories about their pets, friends, or a favorite game or food. Writing something together, such as a letter to a friend, an email, a birthday card or get well card, or a thank you note, can help children get excited about what they write. The tips are based on recommendations from the U.S. Department of Education's What Works Clearinghouse, or WWC, which helps the public find and use insights from high-quality research.
The title of this book is Bear Says Thanks.
Families can find fun videos and low-stress activities developed by REL Southeast for helping children in kindergarten through third grade with their reading on the Regional Educational Lab's COVID-19 Resources webpage. Tips include recommendations on developing language and linking sounds to letters. For example, helping very young children develop an awareness of sounds and understand syllables by playing with alliterative sounds like this. Leo the lion liked to lick a lot of lollipops. Have conversations about the books you're reading with older students in the K through third grade age group to help them read for understanding. The goal is to engage in activities that encourage children to enjoy reading. Check the tabs for early childhood and parents and families on the REL COVID-19 resources page for more helpful tips. Other videos and activities developed by REL's Appalachia, Central, and Northwest provide families with information about how to support children as they practice math skills at home and build a foundation for academic success. These resources show how to include math in everyday activities. For example, by counting people walking outside the window or talking about the shape and size of everyday objects. Families can also find more easy-to-use resources on the What Works Clearinghouse site based on their evidence-based practice guides.
Part of our mission at REL Mid-Atlantic is to take the best evidence that we and our colleagues across the RELs and all the Department of Education are developing, and put that evidence into easy-to-use products to share with others in the educational policy and practice community. Our goal is for these resources to reach caregivers and guardians who support young students in remote learning. We hope these and other REL resources help educators and families alike to find common solutions to new and ongoing challenges in education. Sign up for our quarterly newsletter on the REL Mid-Atlantic website and follow us on Twitter for the latest updates. And remember to access the wealth of resources on teaching and learning in a remote environment on the REL COVID-19 resources page.